Infernal Shrines is probably our most cast match. It's so meta. Let's call it meta. TNG as the away team gets first pick, first ban this time, and Resting Butcherface did pick Infernal Shrines as their map choice. So we are going to see first pick, first ban from TNG. And you think we're going to... There is the respect ban. Hey, we killed it a lot, but we really don't want to play against a Murky again. All right. And a Tassadar ban, because Tass is overpowered if you ask anybody that plays at a high level. And an immediate Ragnaros pick. All right. Okay, TNG coming out strong. And maybe that's why they banned the Murky, because they wanted to force one of the two typical meta first bans as being available to them.
And this is true. So you see the Rag. What do you pick here? Do you pick Sylvanas? Do you pick Kerrigan? Do you pick like another meta hero? You could pick your tank. You could pick like ETC Malfear or something.
Well, and because they only get 2 picks before they go into the ban, if you wanted a Kerrigan or an Artanis, as is the case from what they just picked, now is the time to do it, right? Because if you wait, that character may be banned, especially a Kerrigan. Kerrigan is super strong on this map post 4. Super strong. So I would not mind seeing them take that as their second pick. Of course, the problem with that is you're basically saying, hey, we're going to have Kerrigan. Please blind me.
They go Artanis, Malf. I was actually thinking, hey, what if they actually go Kharazim here? They go Artanis, swap into the Kharazim set.
And we saw that. Where did we see that? We saw that in a game not that long ago. So yeah, that could be a thing. Can I set these players?
So pick up maybe Tychus here.
Possibly. Just waiting to find out. Tychus is not a bad pick here, especially with Artanis, right? They're probably going... Well, they have to go another warrior. I don't think Artanis is in a place where you can solo tank Artanis.
Yeah, Tychus is like pretty good versus Artanis and they pick up the Varian counter pick and the Vala.
Okay. So if you're resting Butcherface, do you ban the Tychus, or do you say if you want to bring Tychus in after picking those 3, go for it? We will let you. Or do you ban it?
I think they might let them have Tychus if they want it, because they do have Vala, right? Yeah. So they ban out a healer. I don't think that resting Butcherface is that scared
of Tychus.
Yeah, because they could pick Tychus, but they already have an auto attacker.
That's true.
And that opens them up to like the blinds really hard.
Right.
Of suppression pulls.
Right. And at that point, you just go Lily and Joe and say, suck it. Here's some blinds. Not that I would expect them to do that, but it's always a possibility.
With an ETC, because they know that RBF has to, or should probably pick another tank up along with the Artanis.
I guess they don't have to, but if you're going to run Artanis, you probably aren't running him solo.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised right now if they picked up like a Sonya. They could do that. They could also run they could run like Dahaka or Diablo.
I like Dahaka. I like Diablo. I like those 2 picks. I feel like Artanis Sonya might not work out as well as you need it to. But Artanis Dahaka or Artanis Diablo could work out nicely. Artanis Dahaka is nice because you can swap them into Tongue, into Roots, into You Dead, right?
Yeah, I think Dahaka is pretty good here because you could just pull the Varian, right? And if he doesn't take the talent, he's just in the middle of your team. Oh, but they do go the Sonya.
They are listening to you, my friend. Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Greymane.
Greymane's back, baby.
That is a lot of melee.
That is a ton of melee. I mean, how do you even deal with this at this point? Like, Sonya's in your face. Artanis is in your face. Greymane is pseudo in your face. But they have a mouth for the healer.
Yeah, I think you either need, like, blow up or some... You either need, like, blow up or a lot of CC. Like, honestly, Brightwing would be pretty good against the team that RBF is running.
Right.
I don't know if they want to just pick Brightwing up as a healer.
I feel like it wouldn't be enough heals for when you get swapped into your Doom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's good. That's good. They pick up has the stuns for the Sonya spin, and they have the Divine Shield, or oh no, they could go Divine Storm because they do have.
Now, Divine Storm actually could work well here with all of the melee.
Yeah,
Just say,
KT's really good versus 3 melee.
You want to come in? That's cool. Divine Storm into KT stun. Like, sorry.
Although I'm still kind of worried about TNG, because if you look at it, okay, so Rag has his E for speed up, right? Uther has Divine Shield if he takes it. Kael'thas doesn't really have anything, and Varian doesn't really have anything. Shield Wall is kind of if he takes that.
No.
So if any of those people get swapped,
they're dead.
They're kind of dead.
I mean, Kael'thas could get lucky and get a stun, right? And stun the group that after the swap. Just as soon as you get swapped, D your E, and stun the group of 3 that's on you. Oh, I did not see that coming, but that actually makes sense. I'm actually okay with that pick. Medivh can do crazy damage post once he gets his stacks done.
This is kind of an interesting dynamic here because one team wants to like engage really hard and then just like assassinate people, and the other team wants to kind of like kite.
Right. Right. No, you're right, and it's gonna be interesting to see how that works out for both teams. Here we go. For the red team, TNG, we have Dayunia on Uther, Ataro on Kael'thas, Asusaki on Ragnaros, Grim on the Vala, and Stu Manchu on the Varian.
For RBF, we have Flat Out on Greymane, Harry Augie on Medivh, Rimaka, yeah, on Malfurion, Needy on Artanis, and Siege Train on Sonya.
All right, so let's try this. Take 2. Game number 2 in our best of 3 for Resting Butcherface versus the New Skies, the Renewal, in Pro Division Chair League Season 4. Hopefully everybody loads, including us this time around, so we don't have to go through that again. And we're in. All right. Take 2.
Prepare for battle, mortals.
Looking at talents. Those all look identical. Medivh going portal stability. That's good. Oh. All right. Reactive parry. I thought that might have been amateur opponent for a minute there.
The battle begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right. Both teams starting out with the typical, hey, boys, let's 5-man mid. No Sonya, so no... ooh, that was an early swap attempt. Just for vision.
That swap actually would have been timed perfectly if TNG just charged that bush. It would have swapped Varian if he just went straight at it.
Right. No, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so both teams just kind of posturing around, poking each other, as is usually the case when we 5-man mid. Sonya versus Ragnaros middle should be or top lane rather, should be an interesting fight. And it looks like we're going to have RBS rotate first. At least Artanis on RBS is rotating. The rest of the team is slowly catching up to him. But rotating quickly, RBS. Slightly ahead of TNG. Although Medivh did just take a chunk of damage from that variant. Top lane, yeah, they're just going to play with each other for a little while. A lot of poke going back and forth, but Uther already in the bottom bush, kind of chilling there.
Yeah, both teams just rotating, poking back and forth.
And I don't think we're going to see too much beyond this for the first couple of levels. Probably not until we see the first shrine activate. It wouldn't surprise me to see both teams try to get 4 before going to the shrine. Sonya's got that top lane pushed way into, or had it pushed way into TNG.
Looks like TNG's trying to get 4. Or they're like giving up the shrine. Maybe they're not. They're just getting 4.
I think so. Yeah, they're gonna soak lanes, and Sonya's gonna start the shrine for resting Butcherface. TNG has 4, and it looks like they're slowly pushing up, but Medivh just following him along and making sure he knows what's going on.
Oh,
That could be a bad spot. Ooh, if that swap had landed on Varian, that could have been a dead Varian. But a lot of damage coming out from TNG onto Greymane there, and Artanis taking a ton. That might be, ooh, that might be a dead Artanis. Indeed it is. That was my one concern with Artanis solo tanking, really. I mean, Sonya can do some, but Sonya getting a lot of work done on the shrine, though.
Sonya didn't get the memo that all the enemy team was coming up.
Well, I think she was probably figured, well, we have Medivh. I can portal out. Let me get as many as I can. So they have a 26. Well, they had a 26-0 lead.
Oh, that stun from KT.
And that was the stun I was talking about. When the melee comes to play, just stun them all. Oh, that's a deep swap on KT. I think he's going to be able to escape all right. Yep, he's out. But again, that's what I was talking about. KT immediately stunned the damage dealers. So 38-40 on the side of Resting Butcherface. If they can find 2 more, there it is, 2 more Skeletal Defenders and a dead Ragnaros, that's going to help. But Sonya really low. I don't know if Varian's going to be able to kill her here or not. And Medivh dying to KT, but KT dying at the same time, and that's a dead Varian. So Resting Butcherface 3 kills, TNG 2 kills, and we begin the siege. John Cena has not jumped the gate yet. Or he's like on the gate. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, there he is. There he goes.
Alright, so Artanis with John Cena does get the whole top wall for Resting Butcherface. Meanwhile, the rest of Resting Butcherface split soaking. Greymane bottom, Sonya mouth mid, grabbing a wall, no less. And now 4 members of Resting Butcherface are middle. Are they going to try and do something or just go back to soaking?
Medivh trying to get the Master's touch done.
Ooh, alright, Greymane did already back out. Oh, that was a nice pickup on the Medivh.
The stun lock.
That was beautiful on the side of TNG. Varian into KT stuns, and that was 1 dead Medivh almost immediately.
Master's touch reset.
And now we have Artanis going against Ragnaros top lane. So Artanis stayed. Sonya is jungling, and the rest of TNG is kind of rotating around and soaking.
So we do have Artanis. He did go Warp Sickness, which means he's most likely going to go Purifier Beam.
You're right. That makes sense. And so both teams just kind of picking up their Merc camps. Sonya's still up there working on the Fallen Shaman camp. Does finally pick that up for Resting Butcherface. And we're going to have Mid Shrine be the shrine that spawns. Sonya already there, though, and with about a half-level lead on the side of Resting Butcherface. That Uther stun. Oh!
Damage is coming in.
Sonya taking a lot of damage there.
Sonya instantly stunned out of her world.
Oh, but Varian getting really low. Uther able to save him. Greymane getting low.
Artana's getting a bit too close.
A lot of damage on both sides. Sonya and actually most of Resting Butcherface is much lower. So TNG does start the shrine earlier. And they are going to take a lead, but Resting Butcherface, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing them just soak 10 real quick.
Yeah, it looks like they're kind of waiting for 10 right now. And here comes the engage, maybe.
There's 10. We do
Oh,
get
the
Berserker.
swap.
That's a good swap. That's a good swap. But
Oh, that was a good stun, though.
that was a great stun. That's exactly what I was referring to at the beginning of the game. If KT can do that, the stun is not going to kill him. And Ragnaros did just pop Molten Core and is doing a ton of poke to this shrine.
I mean, they only need one more, right?
And there it
they get
is.
it.
So Molten Core down. 10 not quite gotten for TNG. But they do win the Punisher, and it's Arcane. It's early, but it's still Arcane. By far the strongest of the Punishers.
I'm
but
surprised. Artanis went Suppression Pulse instead of Purifier Beam.
you're right. I was expecting the other way around as well. Alright, so it does look like TNG is going to just push down this front wall and then probably back out. We do see all the typical ultimate abilities. Oh, that was a good attempt at the swap, but Bala is going to go. Oh, wow. The blow up was real. Oh, wow. I was not expecting that. And I was looking at Uther and seeing that he took Divine Shield. And that turnaround on that swap on Bala. I was not expecting that. And so TNG taking the lead for the first time this game, being up almost a full level at this point, and stealing RBF's Siege Giant camp, or I'm sorry, Impaler camp, and then going and taking the bottom Impaler camp. So let's paint the map red, boys. Is the name of the game right now for TNG. But they have been scouted out. Now, do you think RBF's going to engage here or back up?
I mean, they have they have quite a few camps to clear out, so I don't think they're going to engage here. They're bottom, clear up. You might want to go top to get some of that soak before it dies to the tower.
All right, and TNG starting their Fallen Shaman camp. Oh, but we have a little invade on the side of Resting Butcherface here. We'll take. You took our Impalers. We'll take your Impalers. Thanks. All right, so bottom lane shrine is the next shrine we're gonna get, and both teams are soaking and clearing the lanes out, and it looks like they are going to get 13. I was going to say TNG is pretty close to 13. It would not hurt to soak that before going to the shrine, and that is indeed what they do. Do you think we're going to see an engage here, or do you think we're going to see Resting Butcherface just soak?
I think they're just going to soak because the last couple engages didn't go so hot, and I think they want to just get to the later talent, see if they can get any more with the other talents.
Okay. And I think TNG realized a little bit of that, and they're going to push in and start working on this fort while Ragnaros finishes the shrine off. And in the meantime, I didn't even notice this until just this minute, RBF pushed the top lane and got that top lane fort down. So structurally, You know, they're trying to catch up with TNG here, but I don't know. RBF's probably gonna at least lose his keep ball. They do get the Punisher over, so that was good.
I don't see TNG losing a fight, really.
It is 14 versus 13 now, but that's a lot of stuns coming in on the side of TNG against RBF. Oh,
The Berserker popped.
the stuns are real. John Cena trying to do some damage there.
Ley line.
That was a great ley line, actually. I think TNG was looking to get a kill and then maybe Molten Core. And now they're going to be looking to get out. Oh, the 2-for-1 swap. That was beautiful. But Varian able to survive, and Valid getting Divine Shield and still alive. But she's going to go down in the end. 2-for-1 so far. This is one of those situations where I think everybody's going to pop everything they have in an effort to survive.
Oh, man. The shield surge is working really well for...
Well, between the shield surge and Medivh's shield, it's helping, but Medivh's dead now, and that's gonna be a dead Artanis, and we could see TNG take this keep. I don't think they can finish.
Can they though? Yeah.
Maybe not with Sonya. KT has no mana. Ragnaros has no mana, and Uther is about half mana. Yeah, they need to back out of this and probably just walk away. It was a good push, though.
I think the burden of initiation is too high for RBF because they have to use a lot of their skills to engage on TNG, while TNG can just kind of back up and then kind of poke away at them a little bit, and then just they have so many stuns as well.
So we do see Sonya taking the bottom lane and jungling there. We do have TNG kind of coming out middle lane and soaking. They are up 16 versus 14. Just throwing some talents out there. Varian did go Juggernaut on 13, which I actually like against this team. I think that was a good decision. And we're going to have Top Shrine go. So advantage on the side of Resting Butcherface, but they are a level down from getting their 16 talents. Oh, and it looks like we might get an engage here, maybe. Oh yeah, Uther with the stun on the mouth and looking to... Oh, wow.
Sulfur Smash.
He got melted, and that's probably going to be... Oh, Sonya barely got out there, thanks to a Medivh portal. But that single kill is enough to really give an advantage to TNG during this altar phase. They're going to take a minute and clear the Impalers mid lane. And then it looks like they might go up to top lane for this altar. Or for the shrine here. Yes. Clearing the waves as they go, but definitely working on the shrines. Now, with the advantage, I don't think it'd be safe for them to push down the fort at this point. I guess they could, but Resting Butcherface just got their 16, so they're probably going to look to fight this.
Well, Medivh gets caught out stunned here.
Oh, he got
almost
so
100
low.
to 0.
He's dead. He did get a ley line out that worked actually pretty well for them. But he is dead, so it's going to be 4v5. And TNG looking to try and clean up, but they're going to lose their Varian. 4-for-1, though. Those are the kind of odds I think TNG probably wants to see. Malfurion is the only surviving member right now. So it does look like they're going to finish the shrine. I don't think they're going to push the end here. They could, in theory, go bottom lane and take out that keep and try to push the end, but too long has been wasted.
TNG used a lot of their CC to Medivh. Sonya and Artanis got onto the back line. A lot of damage.
Yeah.
Not enough. That was like the best that they could have done, in my opinion, and it just wasn't enough to kill the back line.
Well, they did get Varian down, but you're right. It just, they needed a little bit more damage to make things happen there, and it just wasn't there for them. TNG pushing in pretty hard with this. It is 16 versus 19. Artanis looking for a long swap, and Uther went ahead and cleansed KT, but the swap did not land. All the ultimates are up on the side of TNG except for Divine Shield, so they don't have to back out of this, but I feel like they're probably going to. Oh, this could be a death on Artanis, but Medivh Shield coming in, and everybody deciding, that's it, boys, let's do this.
Oh man, Divine Shield goes out on Rag. He's
Ooh,
killing everybody.
He is killing everybody.
Oh, KT might go down here.
Yeah, KT's gonna go down, but that was the engage that Wrestling Butcherface needed to take there, right? If they waited much longer, TNG would have 20, and they would still be sitting on 16 or 17. But yeah, that was probably the best decision they could have made. Now Ragnaros can go in, they can finish this keep off, and then he can Molten Core immediately and look for another couple kills, and then just finish.
Well, the swap, but
deep
the stun.
swap. Oh, and the ley line. Vala in a bad position here, but leyline ending. I would actually... then maybe they're backing out. Yeah, they're backing out with KT down. Or maybe they're picking up Fallen Shaman Camp. I think Molten Core there could have picked up another kill or two, though.
I don't think they need to pick up another kill or two. All they need to do is back out. They didn't even need to take this one, but all they need to back out, regroup, and then they can fight 20 versus whatever... RBF has.
Right. Well, it looks like
RBF
we're going to get that now. Varian going down. Varian so low, he might die here. Yes. So that was probably the absolute one thing TNG didn't want to happen there. They lost their Varian. He's going to be down for a minute. And Resting Butcherface can just do what they need to soak 20 here.
I'm not sure that they'll be able to make it in time.
Probably not.
Before Varian respawns.
But they could also start the shrine and get 30 seconds on the shrine without Varian.
Yeah, they have a good, like, 25 seconds to use the shrine.
And the rest of TNG grabbing another Fallen Shaman Camp. But Medivh scouted it out, so it looks like TNG's looking, or Wrestling Butcherface is looking to engage here. Malfurion going really low.
They're engaging a fight here. Oh man.
I don't know this. Oh, that was probably not the fight they were looking for there. I mean, I get it, no Varian, but you just lost two. You lost your Medivh and you lost Artanis. And Varian's up now. I would be running at this point.
Yeah, that wasn't a bad idea by RBF. They just needed the gray main there a little bit earlier, and then probably secure some kills.
Right. All right, taking a look at talents real quick while we let TNG finish off this shrine. I love heroic difficulty. It makes me happy.
It makes Sulfura Smash hit really hard.
It does, doesn't it? And it wouldn't surprise me to see Ragnaros take Molten Core on this fort to just go in and get some extra damage when trying to take down this keep wall.
19 versus 21 here.
Artanis taking a ton of damage after the CC hits him. That's going to be a dead fountain. And oh, poor Greymane was in the middle of a mosh pit that he didn't want to be in.
Oh man.
That's actually that was a pretty good ley line. And there's the Molten Core that we were looking for. And this is probably going to be game. I would expect.
Yeah, Ragnaros just saying, "This is mine now, and I'll just be taking your core."
Nice Twilight Dream by Mouth just now to try and save his core. I don't think it's going to be enough. Medivh getting locked down, so he can't do anything else for Wrestling Butcherface, and that's going to be game 2, going over to TNG. So we're gonna have a game 3.